What happens when two people who swore they were done circle back and spin the block to each other? Let's talk about the new reality TV show, Nelly and Ashanti, We Belong Together on Peacock, and what this show really says about love, timing, and second chances from a licensed therapist perspective. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, hey! But if you are a returning subscriber, you already know how my movie and TV show reviews go. Full disclaimer, there will be spoilers in this video, so if you have not watched it, go on over to Peacock. It's 8 episodes long. Each episode is about 30 minutes, so you can binge watch it pretty quickly. But before we move on, you gotta put in the comment section, what did you think about this first season of Nelly and Ashanti? What do you think about their relationship overall? And are you one of the people who are for them getting back together or against them getting back together? Let's chat about it in the comment section. The first thing that we have to talk about is second chances. I remember when they first got back together and everybody was completely shocked. And it raised a question around the internet streets that said, hold on, should you or should you not get back with your ex? Because everybody had that question. I created a video a while ago about should you get back with your ex, and it was based on Nelly and Ashanti when they first got back together. I'll link it up here and I'll put it in the description because you definitely want to check that out. My quick perspective on this, because I go into greater detail in that video, is you need to focus on you. Don't try to be like Nelly and Ashanti because their relationship is not your relationship. I personally believe in change behavior. I'm not in the camp of you should never, ever get back with your ex or you should get back with your ex. I'm all about, has there been a shift and a change for them to be a better person, for them to work on the things that you told them to work on and you working on yourself as well? Because if you're not seeing that and then you get back with them, you're gonna break up again. It's going to be the same repetitive pattern. So if you are someone who is considering getting back with your ex, or you are already with your ex, I need for you to make sure that you see change over time. I'm not talking about he doing better for one day. I'm not talking about her doing better for 2 weeks and then they're going backwards. No. Prolonged change over time is going to show you that this person is for real and that you can trust them with your heart again to get back to the way that y'all were before, and hopefully even better. The second thing that we have to talk about is friendship and playfulness. If you are new to my channel, I talk about this all the time. I talk about the importance of having playfulness in your relationship. I see so many couples be so serious all the time. They can't take a joke. They can't laugh with each other and they're just so boring. And I didn't see this with Nelly and Ashanti at all. I seen them laugh together. I seen them have little jokey jokes with each other. I seen them not be so serious all the time. I see them love on each other. And I appreciated that because it shows that they probably do have a real deep friendship outside of just their relationship. Because yes, you're in partnership and relationship with someone and obviously they're married, but also too, you want to make sure that you're friends, like you really like this person for real. Because you liking this person is going to help you on the hard days. You know how people say, I love you, but I don't like you right now. Like that is the same energy. You want to make sure that you love and like your partner. And it seems like they have a lot of elements of that playfulness. Even Ja Rule mentioned it too. I was like, yeah, Ja, I'm on one accord with you. So if you're someone in a relationship and your relationship is a little stiff, incorporate some playfulness, have some fun, break out and dance, make a little jokey joke, say something funny, let you guys have these inside jokes and these moments together, because that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, it's about you and your partner. It isn't about the outside world. So make sure you are incorporating friendship and playfulness in your relationship. I believe that those are components of a healthy relationship when done properly. Now, the third thing that we have to talk about is mom guilt or mommy guilt. Woo, Ashanti was going through it. And from what I've seen, I believe she appears to be a great mother. I love specifically how she is protecting KK's identity. Okay, she said you can get his little hands and you can get his little feet, but don't get my baby face. So they had him blurred out on certain scenes where he was in there. And I love that because they are in the limelight, because they are celebrities, you kind of just want to protect your baby. And because the online space can be a little tricky, a little scary, and a little funky and weird because people are weird, I think that it was great for her to be able to do that. What we saw saw even outside of that is celebrities go through the same thing that everyday regular people go through, right? Just like you probably had some mommy guilt if you're a mother watching this at some point, she has mommy guilt, right? Like you have to figure out if you want to go back to work, if you don't want to go back to work, if you want to leave your baby, do you have enough to breastfeed? Do you have enough to pump? You're worried about what your baby's doing, who he's with, did he eat, all of these things when they're not in your physical presence. Because the guilty part about mommy guilt is that you feel guilty, like you're supposed to be there, like you're supposed to do all of the things and be superwoman. But realistically, if you are a working parent, you're gonna have to leave that baby at some point, right? And that's what Ashanti experienced when she had to go to LA for the whole Motown Christmas event that she was singing at. She had to decide whether she was gonna stay or whether she was gonna go. She wound up going, she wound up killing it, but she was like, I gotta get back home because I gotta pump and feed my baby because I don't have enough breast milk. And that was a real concern. The other thing about mommy guilt that we don't talk about enough is the decision that you have to make to go hard in the paint and snap back to try to get your pre-baby body back, or to just enjoy your postpartum body and just go with the flow as is and not put so much pressure on yourself to lose weight, to get back snatched, to do all of the things. Nelly was like, I love the way you look, okay? The breasts are breasting, the booty and the hips are bootying and hipping. I love the extra weight that you put on your body. He was like, KK did me good. So he was like, look, I want you to get back feeling comfortable about yourself, but at the same time, keep a little bit of that thing, okay? Because I'm with it. I love how he didn't shame her and be like, yeah, you need to get back and lose that little baby pouch. You need to, he didn't do that. He was like, I love you the way that you are. You look beautiful the way that you are. And there was no pressure from him. It seemed more of, there was internal pressure from herself. And if I'm honest, probably the industry as well, right? Because they expect you to snap back. They expect you to go back to being 3 pounds that you were before your baby. And it's just not realistic. She talked about having a C-section. She talked about how her baby wasn't even head down. He was transverse. I believe that's the proper word. He was sideways. And so she had to do all of these things. So baby, having a baby is a real thing. Even with the mommy guilt, I love how she had a very strong support system. Her family, her friends were there for her. They supported her. They were like, what do you need? She also had a nanny and someone to help her along the way. Her mom was present. Nelly mom was present. His children were present. LL Cool J's wife showed up and was like encouraging her. So it seems like she has a true, real village that is going to go very far, because I don't know either how single parents do it, but she has a whole support system that's backing her. And that's going to be dope for her to be able to succeed personally, in marriage, and professionally. Now, before we move on, I just found out that only 4% of y'all are actually subscribed to my channel. 95% of y'all that are watching aren't subscribed. So I need for you to just do me a quick favor. Go ahead and press that subscribe button, because it helps me to create more content like this for you every single week. So go ahead and do that right now. The next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is Nelly feeling second place to KK. Now, I didn't think this was a big deal at first, but then he started to say it repeatedly over and over throughout multiple episodes of the show. He kept saying, you know, it's all about KK. I'm on the back burner. Nobody cares about me. All of that. And at first I was like, ha, 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 ha. And then he said it multiple times. And I said, uh-oh, there's something here. I know he's saying it jokingly, but isn't there a quote that says, like, there's truth in every joke? So even though he may not admit it, I do believe that he feels like he's second place right now, because obviously the baby is taking a lot of Ashanti's time, energy, effort, body, all of the things. And if we reel this into everyday life, this is something that a lot of fathers and husbands struggle with. They don't understand that a woman literally changes her whole self, her whole DNA, and she is never the same after she has a child. So yes, when you have a newborn, yes, when you're a parent for the first time, as Ashanti is, it's going to be completely different. There is a real transition that takes place, and fathers have to understand what their role is and understand that this is just a temporal phase. But this is also the phase when people have newborns or people have children for the first time or additional children. This is where there's a strain in relationships and marriages, and this is oftentimes where people end relationships or break up. It's almost like the father is competing for the role of the baby, and there should be no competition. It blew my mind when Nelly said, I'll give you the world, I'll get you all of the nannies that you need, but one thing I'm not doing is changing any diapers. Hold on, sir. So this woman is breastfeeding exclusively, had a C-section, carried this baby for 9+ months while performing, doing all of the things, and you can't change a diaper? What? And have the nerves to say when the baby is crying in the middle of the night, he's sleeping through it. He's not getting up to help either. What? So my question is, what are you doing, Nelly, if you're not feeding because she's breastfeeding, if you're not changing diapers, if you're not getting up when the baby is crying, what you doing? Just kiki, cuckoo, gaga, and with the baby for a few hours when he's awake and then that's it? Oh, that's not enough, boo. That's not enough. I'm not saying that he's not a good father, but it seems like there's some areas where he can actually help with the load and help Ashanti a little bit more, because when he said that, you can tell Ashanti's face was like, you need to do better, but because we're recording this TV show, I'm not gonna drag you for filth. They're trying to have baby number 2 pretty soon, or eventually. Things are just gonna get worse. So if you're not taking care of baby number 1 and being as on top of it as you should, what you gonna do when you got 2 babies? I'm confused. But anyways, overall, I feel like they are a happy couple. Every time that I see them in videos, every time that I see them on this show, every time that I see them in photos, they felt like they were really happy and genuine, and they have a real friendship, and they truly, really want to be together, despite what anybody says about their marriage and their relationship. I just hope from this reality TV show that they continue to stay together. We've seen people have reality TV shows, their lives are on TV a little bit in more depth, and now they break up, they get divorced, it's a whole bunch of things happening. But I also enjoyed the fact that there was no real drama in this, reality TV show. We see all the real, we see all the hip, y'all know what kind of shows I'm talking about, where it's just kind of drama, fighting, cussing, and we didn't see any of that. We just seen real life, everyday challenges that they go through and how they navigated that. I love that a lot. And one thing that we got to see was a little glimpse, a little bit more into Ashanti's real life, right? I feel like she has been very private over her years. She talks when she needs to talk. She says things when she needs to say things, but she's pretty much reserved. You can tell she was a lot reserved when her husband Nelly decided to perform at the Trump inauguration. You can see it. It was written all over your face. You don't have to say a word. Like, you can tell that it bothered her soul, but she refused to speak on it and talk on it for her own personal reasons. And that's what marriage is all about, right? Compromise. You may not always agree with what your partner and your spouse is doing or saying or how they're navigating some things, but how do you navigate that? Do you beat them up? Do you tell them no? What do you do? But it seemed like she disagreed, and she was still respectful in her disagreeing, which I think we need to learn a lesson from that. Because I can guarantee there will probably be a season 2 of Nelly and Ashanti, We Belong Together. And if there is, I'm gonna review that one too. So thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to watch another review on my channel. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Be blessed. Bye.